Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, KGFL Creations. This is the second to last video of the Fabric Wheel of Fate, my first Fabric Wheel of Fate. I am recording right after I finished recording my last video. I am still wearing the blouse that I made, the nightmarish blouse. Pretty, very pretty, but nightmarish blouse. All right, this is the last spin. We only have number 1 and number 5. There's no need to shuffle. There's only 2. Let's hit the button. Let's see which one. So it is fabric number 1. It landed on fabric number 1. I am going to take out the number of fabric number 1. And yeah, let me open the fabric so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys remember this fabric when I received it from the Think Pink subscription box. It is this fabric here. It's on a black background and it has all the flowers. It's white, gray, and blue. Very, very pretty. This is a viscose twill. I had to go back and look at my video actually. This is a viscose twill. Very nice and soft. And as usual, I don't know what I'm going to make with it. Isn't that something? So I am going to look through my patterns and I will see what I can make out of this one here. I don't know if I'll make I don't know if I have enough to make a dress. Maybe I'll just make a blouse. It might be just easier. And I think I might just wear it more if it's a blouse. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'm asking you what you guys think, but you have no idea. I'm gonna come back in just a little bit, as usual, and you guys are going to see my make, the result of the Fabric Wheel of Fate, spin number 5, which is the second to last. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. I am back with my brand new make. I made this out of the fabric from the Think Pink subscription box, which was the spin number 5 from the Fabric Wheel of Fate. I'm gonna go back so you can see a little bit. I hope you can see the whole thing. I know it gets a little bit dark, but it is a dress. Yeah, I will insert a better video that I took for you guys to see. I'll put it right here on this side because it is a vertical video, so I'll put it right here so you guys can see it. But I am extremely happy with my new dress. Yeah. Let me tell you which pattern I ended up making. I made Butterick B6677, which is this one here. I hope you can see it. I might just put a little snippet here of this pattern. Pretty pattern. I was not sure what I was going to make out of this fabric. I was thinking about a blouse, but then I was like, oh, I would like to make a dress. And I was going through all the dresses that I have in my Trello account, and I was looking and trying to decide. And I saw this one here, and making view A, which is the shorter version here, view A, I had enough fabric to make this dress. So I decided to go for it because I thought this thing here was so pretty. Yeah, so that's why I decided to make this dress. It does, you know, the little swishy thing if you go like this. I told my daughter I'm gonna do this in the video so you guys can see the swishy swish of this top here. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this pattern. B6677. This pattern has just a rounded neck here. It looks a little bit like a boat neck. It is a little bit of a boat neck. It has this little ruffle right here on both sides. It goes to the back as well. It's from the front all the way to the back on both sides right here. And a little belt. I'm sure you saw the little belt in the video that I put up. I am not sure if I will do it with the belt or without the belt. Yeah, the verdict is still out on what I am going to do. So this pattern here has 3 views. It has view A, which is the one that I made, view A right here. It has view B, which is the same with this little ruffle here up top, but it's a long version with a tier at the bottom. I did not have enough fabric for that, but I don't know if I'll do a long one like that. And there is the other version. Let's see. Yeah, there's another version with it, which is the long one, but without this little ruffle. I don't think I would do that because I like the little ruffly bit here. Yeah, so what I did differently from the pattern. The pattern calls for when you cut this to cut just 2 pieces. There's a piece for the front and there's a piece for the back. It's 2 pattern pieces. It tells you to cut 2. One for this side, a front, this side and this side, and a back, you know, for the back. But because this fabric here has a white backing, I did not want to, you know, when the ruffle falls and it shows the back, I didn't want it to show that white. Let me show it to you here. This is all that I have left over. You see, this is the backing, the back of the fabric, and this is the right side and the wrong side. Right side. So whenever that was, you know, going like this, I did not want the white to be showing. So I did cut 4 pieces of each. 4 pieces of the front, 4 pieces from the back, and I put them together to look just like it was one piece. So that's why when you see here the little ruffle here, when it's going that way, you see the same fabric because I put them together to look just as one. This fabric was really nice to sew with, even though, oh, I have something in my, this was a viscose, but it was a viscose twill. So it wasn't a very thin viscose. It drapes very, very nicely. I cut it with no problem. And it sewed very, very nice. The problem that I had, that it took me, not a problem, it took me a long time to make this dress. Once I decided to cut it, I cut all the pieces and I cut everything and I started sewing, but I needed to do the bodice first. So it tells you to do stay stitch up here and do this portion here, front and back. The back has a seam right in the middle, because you're supposed to have a little button, an opening in the back with a little button up here. So that was the first thing that I did. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do the button. So I just went all the way to where the marking was, and then I did a basting stitch all the way up, and I left it closed. And I'm like, when it's time to try it on, I will see if this dress will go over my head without needing the button. So yeah, that was one thing. So I had to hand baste this whole section here with the bias tape. I made my own bias tape, so I had to hand baste this whole thing just to make sure that it would land in place. That took me a while. Then I needed to do the arm side. You see the little arm side right here, the opening for the arm, also with the bias tape. And I had to hand baste this whole thing. And I was worried that this would be very low, but it's not. It fits in the right position here. My bra does not show at all. So it fits very nice under here. Nothing is showing under here. Nothing that is not supposed to be showing, you know, under the arm. Plus it has the little ruffle on top. So that's a nice little to cover my arm. I'm not too crazy about sleeveless tops, but I do love this dress. It looks very, very pretty. Okay, so it took me a long time to do this top here, and then it took me a while to do the arm side. And then it was time to do this little ruffle here. So I put them together. These are the two pattern pieces. You see this one here kind of has a little rounded thing. This is the back. This is the front. Right here. This is the front. So you put them together like this. You sew them together and you're left with a round piece. So I put it together. I cut off the edges. I turned it inside out. I ironed it, make sure that it was ironed well, and then I did a top stitching at the edge right here to keep it in place, because when I wash this, I will need to iron this, so I want to keep this in place. And then it was time to attach it to the bodice here. On the pattern piece, there's a line. You make the line here so you know where to add this, but the line is straight all the way to the back. It's a straight line going from here all the way to the back. This thing is rounded. So trying to put a round thing, this inside portion right here, into a straight line, oh boy, that took me a while. I had to pin everything. I pinned this side up to here, and then I would hand stitch, basted the whole thing, and then I did it to the back. I pinned all the way to the bottom and holding it right in place because it needed to go on that one line that I made. Same thing for this side. I put it in and then I had to baste it in place. I did all hand sewing. That's why it took me a long time. It took me about 2 days, 2 full days, Saturday and Sunday, to make this bodice, just from here up. That's it. 2 whole days, Saturday and Sunday. So I was able to, I hand basted everything and then I put it on just to make sure that it was in the right place, and I did like the placement. It was okay. Then finally I went to the machine to sew it on. But yeah, this took a long time. I'm telling you, this was a labor of love, and it fit really nice. So after I did this whole top here, the skirt was pretty easy. It does have 2 pockets here, but the pockets were nice and easy. No mystery there on putting the pockets. They're tiny little pockets, but at least there's a pocket here that I can put my hand and do a little pose or something like that. And after that, I put it on to make sure that it would go over my head. And I'm like, wow, it does go over my head. I don't need the opening here in the back, up top. I really don't like openings up here. You have to put the little button, you have to do the little string. So I decided to just sew it closed. I just sewed it closed and that was it. That's all I did. And I finished it up here, did a little hand stitching to finish it nice and pretty. And that was it. And then after everything was done, I did the hem. I moved to the little belt. This was nice and easy. Just long belt. I just had to sew a long time, you know, sew to make the belt and just iron it and make it nice and pretty. So I am extremely happy with my new dress, Butterick B6677. On my next video, I can show you the inside. I can show you the little label because I did put a small little label. I can show you on the next video because now I don't want to take this dress off. I want to stay with my dress. Now that I have finished the garment, which is a dress for spin number 5, I will go and sew the last one. There's no need for spinning because there's only one left over, which is the rib knit, which is fabric. It was labeled number 5. This is the last one. It is the rib knit. Let me just throw this here. And this is a nice little rib knit purchased from Joann's. It is not too thick and not too thin. It's just, you know, pretty rib knit. I am going to ask my daughter what she wants me to do out of this. I don't know how much I have of this fabric. I would have to look in my spreadsheet to see how much I have, or maybe just measure the fabric. It might be easier. So yeah, next one, the last one of this series of Fabric Wheel of Fate will be this one right here. I know that Carole, she was the one that started this whole thing, this Fabric Wheel of Fate. She just posted this week her last garment, and she was so happy to have finished with her Fabric Wheel of Fate. I know there are a lot of other people participating in the Fabric Wheel of Fate. I have a list down below of everybody that I know of that it's participating, that has YouTube videos that they are participating. So just go check them out. Down below in the description, you can see everybody that I have listed there. Maybe you know other people that I don't know. So yeah, don't forget to check everybody out. Don't forget to check Carole's videos. And I know we are having a lot of fun with the Fabric Wheel of Fate. And I can say it again, I am extremely happy with my new dress. This fabric was the fabric from a Think Pink subscription box from last year. Don't remember which one it was, but the fabric was really, really nice. Very, very nice fabric, pretty fabric, and yeah, nice summer dress. I hope that you liked the second to last garment from the Fabric Wheel of Fate. And if you did like it, please hit that like button below. And if you can also subscribe, it will mean a lot to me. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.